we're off in Week 9. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Kamara gets it again on second down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
He finds some open field here. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Gets it quickly out to Marshall. A gain of 6 there on first.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Love now. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pettis now from his end zone, and there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. A throw out wide here, caught by Pettis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tight end right, tight end right.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. To the air again with Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston, he gets it complete to Harris. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw is Winston. It's brought in by Harris. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
On third down, Love. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards on the gain there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Love now to pass on first down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Love. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A little bit of a break for the offense for that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Kamara. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. First down, going to the air with Love. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On play action. Love to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Play fake. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Dancing to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, Patterson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Love. Taking a shot here for Marshall.
And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. And he'll go down at the 28.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. They run with Patterson, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
On first down, Patterson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Love. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Terrace Marshall.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Love looking to throw. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. That he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Davis with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's complete. Kamara.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jameis to throw it. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Play fake. Here's Love.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made.